Greetings, friend with Shelagh. Could you bring your words forward, please, with philosophy about the red rose?
The red rose blooms signifies love. We are all born of love. Then the red rose is born and it starts to grow. You can see the very fine down on its leaves, on its petals. Some may say that is immaturity, but as the skin has a layer or a covering of hair or fine down, so has the red rose. The red rose is strong, it is gentle, it is fine, but it is hardy. It can grow through winters, it can weather storms, and it always comes back again. And each time it comes back, after the seasons are over, it comes back with renewed life. It comes back stronger, and it grows. If only a little, it still grows. It does not stop growing until it reaches its potential. And then there are far more blooms, far more blossoms, as the rose spreads its love to the roots of its core. It blossoms into a bush. There are many red roses. That is all different branches of the one root, the one core. As we have different branches, we have different strengths, we have different weaknesses, but they all come from the same core of our being. And this must be nurtured so that we can weather the storms, we can brave the winters, and then we can settle back in when the storms fade away. We settle back to nurture our roots, to nurture our core, to nurture ourselves with love and with healing, and then we grow back again in the next season. And so this is the symbol of life, because as we grow and nurture, we learn, and our feelings and weaknesses become more of a strength. We shall always have weak spots, but those weak spots fade through time and growth. And sometimes there may always be a small weakness within our core, within ourselves, but we know that we are surrounded by strength, we are surrounded by love, and we are surrounded by nurturing. And the fine down, the fine hairs, the velvety touch that is on each leaf, that is us, protecting you, keeping you warm, keeping you safe, and giving you guidance so that you don't fall by the wayside, because we hold everything in place. And sometimes we may stretch, Sometimes life stretches us, and the flower opens and widens more than we think that it is possible. But we always come back. We always come back to our natural stance, our natural strength. And each winter, our wisdom grows because we are nurtured. Nurture yourself. We all have fears when we walk this earth plane. That is only natural. It is part of who we are, because no one can walk the earth plane with all the trials and tribulations and not at some time have feelings, have weaknesses, and feel that they are falling. But we shall always pick you up. We shall always carry you over the roughest times. But you do not realise that. It is only with hindsight and when you look back and you will say, how did I get through that? There must have been someone who carried me. And it is like looking at the footsteps in the sand. That is when we carry you. And when you feel our touch, it is always a touch of the velvet rose. And the red, some may see as anger, which can be true, but red is the love. It is the blood that flows through our veins. And we are born of that love. The red is a strong colour. It grounds us. It keeps us warm. It keeps us safe. It is nurture. And sometimes, through the seasons, the rose may fade a wee bit, but it never loses its colour. It never loses its strength. Only when we reach the point where we leave this physical plane to truly get back home will we see the true colour and the depth of that red rose. And then we will know that what we perceived as suffering, trials, tribulations, ordeals, traumas, that has been our strength. That has been our strength to eventually carry us back home, where the true beauty of our red rose will shine for eternity. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend, that was beautiful. If you'd like to settle back into the energy with your medium. And you come back to the breath, Shelagh, and send love and gratitude to your beautiful guide as we thank them for joining us. And we ask them to take some steps back now as you feel that disconnection as they make their way back to their rightful place. And as we're breathing in and out, we disconnect ourselves from the divine gateway and we allow the energy to shrink back down through the upper chakras, all the way down into the crown chakra, the third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root, but leaving our feet firmly grounded on the floor. And we take our attention to the feet, breathing in and out, nice and deeply. feeling our energy become heavier, denser, as we start to feel the physicality of the body once again. Being aware of the energy around us shrinking back in as we come back into that state of our physical alignment of the presence I am. Feeling the weight of the body on the chair and wriggling the fingers and the toes and taking one nice deep breath in, and as you release, open your eyes and back in the room.